Yo, what is good, fellas, and hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. Today we're back with, I believe, episode 5 of fixing subscribers teams. Honestly, kind of crazy. We've been posting this video for over a month. Feels like just yesterday we decided to give it a shot, and you guys seem to be loving it, so I am definitely glad to be bringing it back. Now, before we hop into any teams today, we do have a few quick small things to go over. First one being, we are currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers. As of right now, we are less than 500 subs away. If we can hit 7K before the end of March, you boys know there is going to be a giveaway. If you guys like Madden Ultimate Team or you potentially want to win some money, I feel like you already know what to do. Let's set a like goal on this video for 170 likes, and if we can hammer home 170 likes, I will have a giveaway for you guys over in my Discord tonight. So if you have not already, go down there, drop a like, and with that all said, let's hop into fixing subscribers team. Now, when it comes to this video, the only way to submit your team is by going over into my Discord. The link will be in the top of the description. Joining in that, and there is a whole channel set up for you guys to send in your team and any information you guys want to set in. For those already in the Discord and sent in your team, thank you. And if we don't get to your team today, there's a good chance we'll get to it on stream later today, so make sure you guys join up for that. All right, so the first team today is coming in from Lamar. Thank you for sending in your team. You got Joe Staley, Larry Little, Jeff Saturday, Marshall Yonda, Forrest Gregg, Loveland, Deion Sanders, Umeka Yaboka, Judkins, Lamar Jackson, Robert Gronkowski. Why did I say Robert? That was whack. And then OBJ. I don't think anyone's ever called him Robert. I don't think his real name is Robert. I don't know where that came from. Either way, here is the offense. He is 40-40 Ravens with 5 out of 40 defense because of a few players over on the defensive side of things. He's got about 500,000 coins. I really like this team right here. I feel like we're still waiting for that Derrick Henry upgrade, but when it comes to the team, your name is Lamar, you're a Ravens theme team, you probably want to use Lamar Jackson. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I don't love the Lamar Jackson card. The hot rod animation is too long. He does have a really good throwing animation, but just it's not the craziest quarterback, especially when we have players like Bo Nix or Dontari Poe that are just better than Lamar and are selling for a very similar price. Assuming you are a Lamar Jackson fan, by all means, keep going out there with him. When it comes to your wide receiver room, Deion Sanders, Umeka Yaboka, and OBJ are all very good options. If you can upgrade to the Redux OBJ, he's just a little bit better. You have the coins to do so, and that would probably be the only thing I would say your offense needs to work on. There is a better Isaiah Likely out there, but I mean, Loveland is probably, Loveland's actually better than the champion Isaiah Likely, even though he is higher overall. I mean, yeah, the only real switch on the offense is going to be that OBJ, just upgrading him. I'm going to say this right now just to like get it out of the way. Team captain wise, I think Joe Staley and Jeff Saturday are probably the two best ways to go. Yes, I don't use either of them. I use the kicker and Gerald McCoy just because it fits my theme team specifically. But if you don't run a theme team and want to run the best two team captains, Jeff Saturday, Joe Staley are the two ways to go about that. All right, but defensively, we got Xavier Watts, Barno, Cameron Jordan, Devin White, Jalen Walker, Kyle Hamilton, Tariq Woolen at safety. I kind of like that. Deion Sanders, Jalen Watson, JPP, Matt Beast, Quinnen Williams, going to assume he is not playing for you, Zach Seiler, Nate Wiggins, and I see Lamar Jackson MCS reward back there for you as well. All right, interesting things going on right here. Like I said, I'm going to assume, Quinnen Williams is not playing for you. If Quinnen Williams is playing for you, he doesn't fit either of your team chemistries. I would upgrade there. And when I mean upgrade, I mean go and buy 92 or 93 overall Ghost Mutt Devondre Sweat. That card is going to make plays for you, even though they are the same overall as Season 4 Quinnen Williams. But if the card does not play for you, then by all means, just keep him out there. You do have Zach Seiler out there. I use him, but I use him as a defensive tackle. He is an absolute force to be reckoned with in the inside of the offensive line. I think you have unstoppable force on him, which I love to see. Maybe slide him to the interior and then blitz off like a Jalen Walker or go pick up a James Pierce from the Combine promo. That is only if you want to use two defensive tackles. If you don't use two DTs, just keep balling out there what you have. I like what I see. When it comes to your defensive backs, Nate Wiggins is still usable. Jalen Watson and Deion Sanders. You could go out there and pick up somebody who doesn't fit your theme team, but at the end of the day, those are three very good defensive backs. Somebody that comes to mind is like a Will Johnson from the Combine promo if you want to fit your team chemistries, or if you don't, maybe like a PS2 from the NFL Honors promo. When it comes to your safeties, just make sure you have a backup free safety in. Xavier Watts is very good. Barno is an absolute monster. That card is so freaking good. I cannot say it enough. If you need a outside linebacker and you have about 500,000 coins, Amari Barno, I don't know how to say your name, but your Madden card, absolute stud. When it comes to your middle linebackers, going to assume Cameron Jordan is not out there for you. If he is, make sure you have a lurk artist on him. The card cannot catch without it. And then strong safeties. I actually really like Kyle Hamilton and Tariq Woolen back there. Going to assume one plays in the box and one plays over top for you, and I kind of really like that. If I had to rate this team, I'm gonna give this one a 7-9 to start it off today. Really solid squad. Thank you, Lamar, for sending it in. All right, Alright, so next team today is coming in from Joshua, Jordan Mailata, Kyle Long, Kevin Mahle, Bill Fraley, Chris Hinton, Brock Bowers, Loveland, and Michael Mayer. He might be traded. Randy Moss, Devontae Adams, Doug Martin, and Emmett Smith for whatever reason. Bo Nix, Cameron Jordan, and Cordero Patterson. So, where would you possibly need an upgrade? I guess you need a new tight end, but Brock Bowers is getting a Team of the Year card on Thursday. Gonna be a champion, so it's not gonna be too crazy expensive. I believe you do run a Raiders theme team as well, so for a Raiders theme team, I don't think it can get much better. The only thing that I will say that seems a little bit excessive is having Doug Martin and Emmett Smith. I get it, you do like to run that 2 running back scheme, but like, you could sell off Emmett Smith and have more than enough coins to go out there and buy Brock Bowers when he drops, or you could sell off Doug Martin depending on which one you like to use a little bit more. Me personally, I'd probably sell off the Emmett Smith just to make the coins back off him. I'm pretty sure that's the Super Bowl Emmett Smith because I'm almost positive I have rated your team before and we've had this conversation. If it's the season 6 Emmett Smith, I am just yapping a yap. If that's the case, oh well. When it comes to the rest of the offense, I mean, Cordero Patterson, Randy Moss, Devontae Adams, it really doesn't get much better than that as a wide receiver group. Really good offense. Now, taking a look at the defense right here, we got Amani Hooker, Brian Thomas Jr., Khalil Mack, Robert Spillane, Monte Teo, Ted Hendricks, and TJ Watt, Isaiah Simmons, Trevon Moehrig, Jalen Ramsey, Byron Jones, James Pierce, Gerald McCoy, Christian Wilkins, Daniil Hunter, Michael Williams, Patrick Peterson, and Charles Woodson. Old 99 Charles Woodson, by the way. I don't have any upgrades for you. This is going to come out to a 10 out of 10 team for me. You have all of the right combine players. The only player you don't have from the combine promo that like you might want to pick up is going to be that Barno. I mean, you have Daniil Hunter, who is a must-have card in my opinion. You have the 3 best DBs in the game, who happen to be all 3 combine DBs. You got Isaiah Simmons, you got Amani Hooker. If you want to build a God squad, this is probably the way to do so. You're rocking out there with the Raiders theme team. I am sorry, it looks like Bo Jackson is just not in Madden anymore, but this team is so fire. Next team is coming in from Mamba. Right here we got Jordan Mailata, Sam Cosme, Jeff Saturday, Will Shields, John Runyon, Kyle Pitts, Colton Loveland, Deion Sanders, Devontae Smith, CJ Spiller, Jaden Daniels, Cameron Jordan, and John Ross. This John Ross card is a must-have in my opinion. He offers up +1 speed to all other wide receivers. If you can afford John Ross, you are going to want to go out there, buy John Ross, and toss on the token. I believe Mamba is 40 out of 40 Eagles and 20 out of 20 Commanders. It's actually a very good theme team to build. My only real recommendation for you when it comes to your offense, you're going to want to upgrade off Jaden Daniels. See the coin count up there, and you could look for a better running back. I would probably start GNT over CJ Spiller. That's just my personal preference. But Jaden Daniels, I don't know if he's a top 5 quarterback in this game anymore, and he's selling for more than the top 5 quarterbacks in the game. It hurt me to have to do it, but if you want to stay relevant and competitive in the meta, Jaden Daniels, he's good, but he's just not great. Have a great team right here, and in order to take it up to that next step, you're going to want to go pick up either a Bo Nix or Dontari Poe. Trust me, as a Commanders fan, this one just blew for me to have to do, but in reality, it's got to be the play. I mean, besides that, I like the wide receiver core. Mekhi Boka's back there, Devontae Smith, Deion, and John Ross. I love Kyle Pitts. You don't have the coins for Vernon Davis, but if you want to save up for somebody, Combine Vernon Davis has been so good on my Commanders theme team. You could upgrade Jordan Mailata if you want to, but again, the coin count, I don't think that is a priority 1 for you. Really, I would just go out there, upgrade Jaden Daniels, go get a Bo Nix or Dontari Poe. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Defensively, we got Xavier Watts and Malcolm oh, it's 87 now. I was about to say, okay. Orlin Burks, Luke Kuechly, Jalen Walker, Kyle Pitts, Amani Hooker, Cooper DeJean, Will Johnson, Deion, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, William Perry, James Pierce Jr., and Julius Brents with Rasul Douglas as DB5. That is not the right button right there. I do that way too often. Either way, when it comes to the defense, I really like what I see here. DeJean, Deion, and Julius Brents are 3 very good defensive backs. You could go out there and pick up maybe like a Jalen Ramsey, a Pat Pete, or a Byron Jones, but I mean, Deion and DeJean and Brents are still going to be very good for you. You got Will Johnson in there as corner 4 as well. I really wouldn't mess with that too much. Linebacker core, I would just keep upgrading Luke Kuechly. I see the season tickets right now. This picture is a few days old though. I would continue maxing out that Luke Kuechly as soon as you can. You can get up to a 97. He'll probably be juiced up to a 98 on your team. Kuechly at a 97 overall is a very, very good middle linebacker. Burks is also very good. I really like this team right here. Anyone who's looking to build like a value God squad, this is not a cheap team by any means, but it's not, you know, the most expensive team in the game. This is a fantastic way to model your team after. I'm going to give this one an 8.3 out of 10. Anything 7.5 or higher is top tier in my opinion. Thank you, Mamba, for sending in the squad. So this team's coming in from Leak. We got Brandon Jones, Joe Thuney, Cam Jernigan, Will Shields, Willie Anderson, Evan Ingram, Justin Jefferson, Cameron Jordan, Goal 99, Jalen Hurts, GNT, Devontae Smith, and John Ross. Got 4 million coins to mess around with. Right off rip, you got 4 million coins. Go buy Chris Hinton, 0 AP edge protector, and get out of Braxton Jones. Evan Ingram is cool. He is the 3rd best tight end in the game. You could look to upgrade there to Kyle Pitts or Vernon Davis. When it comes to your quarterback situation, if you love 99 overall Jalen Hurts, I get it. You can stick with him, but he is probably the 5th or 6th best quarterback in this game. We have other quarterbacks that are better who are also cheaper. I've said those 2 names more than any other 2 names in today's video, and that is because they are just so freaking good. You probably should look to upgrade there. When it comes to your wide receivers, Ross, Devontae Smith, and Justin Jefferson, I do like what I see there. A good combination of size and speed. You have Julio Jones back there as wide receiver 4. It looks like you have some form of an Eagles themed team as well, so I'm assuming Julio Jones is better than a 94 overall. I really like the offense, just like Jalen Hurts. I get it. You are an Eagles themed team right here. But, like, there are way better options out there. Now, when it comes to the defense, Xavier McKinney up to a gold 99, Orlin Burks, Jacoby Dean, Ray Nitschke, Monte Teo, Brian Dawkins, Adoree Jackson, Michael Williams, Jalen Carter, Dexter Lawrence, James Pierce, Tariq Woolen, Will Johnson. I like this team a lot. I guess I like this defense a lot right here. Dean and Nitschke are still very serviceable middle linebackers. Yes, we have better players out there, but Nitschke for the price is probably the best value play you can go out with. Brian Dawkins and Xavier McKinney manning the safeties. That's top tier. Make sure you toss in a backup free safety. When it comes to your DBs, I don't really like the Adoree Jackson. He has Giants chems on him, so like maybe you run like a 20 out of 20 Giants theme team. But if that isn't the case, I would go out there and pick up either Combine Jalen Ramsey or Super Bowl Deion Sanders. Reason being they each get 3 AP universal coverage. Right now you have 3 AP on Adoree Jackson, so it'll be a super easy flip out for you. It'll be a massive upgrade for your DB unit. If I had to rate this team, I'm gonna give this one a 7-9 as well. Really well-rounded team. I like what I see here. I just don't love the Jalen Hurts quarterback option. I get it. He is the only gold 99 in the game. But trust me, he does not play like the only gold at 99 in today's game. Next team today is coming in from Ragin. You know what? Jordan Mailata, Joe Thuney, Jeff Saturday, gold 99, Will Shields, Andrew Wiley, Vernon Davis, Loveland, and Evan Ingram, John Ross, Michael Burton, Bo Nix, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, and Justin Jefferson. Okay, I don't think I have any recommendations for this team on offense. You have the best tight end. You have the best wide receiver room you could probably have. Obviously, you know, you don't have a Calvin Johnson or a Randy Moss or a Christian Watson. I guess we can toss Cordero Patterson into that lineup right there of like the best wide receivers in the game by far, but you have like 3 really good A-tier wide receivers, so I'm not going to complain with that. Saquon Barkley, you know, is the card good? Yes. Do we have better, cheaper options out there? Maybe. Could look to upgrade there. You have Genty and Judkins in as your backup already, so maybe sell off Saquon, but you have 3.6 million coins, but it doesn't look like coins are really a big deal for you. You got the best quarterback, in my opinion, with gold 99, Jalen Hurts back there for whatever reason. I would probably sell off gold 99 Jalen Hurts if I were you. When it comes to the defense, Paul Krause, Xavier Watts, Orlin Burks, Luke Kuechly, put in that extra token, Jacoby Dean, Terrell Suggs, Brian Dawkins, Isaiah Simmons, Pat Pete, Tyler Brents, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Chris Jones, Danielle Hunter, Cooper DeJean, and Will Johnson. Really don't have much to say because I'm going to assume Kuechly and Jacoby Dean do not play for you because of your backup safeties, Isaiah Simmons and Xavier Watts. Those are 2 of the best usering on strong safeties and free safeties in today's game. All right, so we got 3 defensive recommendations. I was trying to figure out like what could you do to get better. Byron Jones, Jalen Ramsey at corner, or you could go out there and get Kyle Hamilton from the Team of the Year promo. If you just want to leave your team stock as is, this is probably a 9-6, a 9-7. The only reason it's not a 10, you have gold 99 Jalen Hurts as your backup quarterback. That just doesn't make sense to me. Please sell them off and take your coins. Otherwise, very good team. So this team is coming in from Naruto. Naruto, next time, please take screenshots off your console. But I do like your team, so I do want to give it a shout quickly. Chris Hinton, Will Shields, Jernigan's, Kyle Long, Forrest Gregg. It's a really good offensive line. Evan Ingram and Darnell Washington. John Ross, Devin Hester, Doug Martin, CJ Spiller, Bo Nix, Mike Tolbert, and Deion Sanders. About 2.3 million coins to mess around with. What should he do? I really think you could look to upgrade your wide receiver room a little bit more. Devin Hester and Deion Sanders kind of filled in the same role for you, so maybe going out there and picking up a big body wide receiver. John Ross also fills that same role for you. Team of the Year Justin Jefferson probably would be the best way to go about this. He's by no means a big body wide receiver, but he can play that outside wide receiver for you. I think a little bit better than Deion, John Ross, or Devin Hester. Besides that, though, I do like your offense. When it comes to the defense, we got Amani Hooker, Xavier Watts, Orlin Burks, Brian Urlacher, Ray Nitschke, Frankie Louvu, Isaiah Simmons, Jalen Ramsey, Danielle Hunter, Meatloaf, Vince Wilfork, Barno, Deion Sanders, Pat Pete, and Will Johnson. I like your defense a lot more than your offense. You have the 3 best DBs in the game. Actually, no, you don't have Byron Young, but like Deion Sanders, Byron Young, there really isn't that much of a difference. I love that Isaiah Simmons card. I really like your linebacking group in general. I like your defensive line as well. Amani Hooker, Xavier Watts, both very good cards. This is going to be a 9 team. Only issue, the screenshots. Next time, Xbox or PS5 screenshots, send them in, but very good team, Naruto. Thank you for sending it in. So next team is coming in from Spiny. Here is the offense. We got Dion Dawkins, Joe Thuney, Jeff Saturday, Will Shields, Joe Altelique, Kyle Pitts, Martellius Bennett, Jettas, John Ross, CJ Spiller, Bo Nix, Michael Burton, and AJ Green. I do not know the coin count, so this is going to be a little bit difficult, but right off rip, please toss in a backup center. But I mean, besides that, I really like the rest of your team. I'm not a fan of the CJ Spiller card. I think you have to get him to toss him in as a backup, but I don't think he should be your starting back. So pick up any of the 93 overall combine rookies. That should be good to go. When it comes to your wide receiver room, and actually a wide receiver room in general, this is a very good one right here. Last team I said go pick up a big body wide receiver. AJ Green is the perfect big body wide receiver, especially on a little bit of a budget. Love Kyle Pitts. I actually really do like this team. I don't think you have LTD Bennett. No, you don't, so that's good. I was about to say, if you have limited time Martellius Bennett as your backup, I would sell him off. But besides that, I actually really like the squad. Defensively, Kyle Hamilton, Isaiah Simmons, Monte Teo, Bobby Wagner, Brian Urlacher, Charles Haley, Isaiah Simmons, Kyle Hamilton, Pat Pete, Tariq Woolen, Barno, Chris Jones, Dion Dawkins, Daniil Hunter, and Jalen Ramsey. So really good defense too. Chris Jones card is very good. Obviously, big fan of the Barno. You have two of the best 3 DBs in the game. If you want to upgrade your defense back, you can go out there and pick up Byron Jones. I mean, yeah, besides that, this is a very good squad. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Aren't rocking out a full theme team, which isn't the end of the world, but maybe if you want to, make the team even better, you could look into that. This team right here is coming in from Revx. Let's take a look at what we got right here. Jordan Mailata, Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, Will Shields, Forrest Gregg, Vernon Davis, Loveland, John Ross, Don Terrypo, Bo Nix. What is up with people having gold 99 Jalen Hurts in as their backup quarterback? Saquon, Yumeka Yaboka, and Johnny Wilson. Fellas, pick one of the 2 quarterbacks. Please either sell off Bo Nix or sell off Jalen Hurts. If I were you, I'm selling off gold 99 Jalen Hurts in a heartbeat. Offensively though, Johnny Wilson, John Ross, and Yumeka Yaboka is kind of broken. 40 Eagles, 25 Chiefs. Yeah, this is a really good team. You don't necessarily need the coins from gold 99 Jalen Hurts. I mean, you got 5.6 mil up there, but it's just, the card is going to lose value. Sell him off now, capitalize on it, especially if you're not using him. He's just collecting dust back there. I really like the wide receiver room. If you want to make it even better, you could go out there and pick up Team of the Year Justin Jefferson. I get it, Yaboka does have +1 speed on him as of right now, especially on the theme team. I really like the squad right here. Defensively, we got Xavier Watts, Barno, Junior Seau, Brian Urlacher, Devin White, Isaiah Simmons, Brian Dawkins, DeJean, Will Johnson, Brent, Nolan Smith, Chris Jones, Don Terrypo, Carl Aftis, and Patrick Peterson. I would sell off Pat Pete and pick up Jalen Ramsey for that 3 AP universal coverage, but besides that, I really love the squad. Could go out there and spend 4 million coins on Don Terrypo, defensive tackle. I am not recommending it though. Upgrade Chris Jones as well. Get the Team of the Year Chris Jones. Please don't actually buy Combine Don Terrypo. Not worth your bread. Besides that, very good team. Go get Jalen Ramsey over Pat Pete, but this is going to be a 9-3 out of 10. So this team right here is coming in from Inception Dis 9. We got Chris Hinton, Will Shields, Tyler Lindenbottom, Kyle Long, and Willie Anderson. I can't tell, but do you have edge protector on Chris Hinton? When it comes to the tight ends, we got Greg Olsen, Colston Loveland, and Martellius Bennett. Is that 98 overall Martellius Bennett as your 3rd string tight end? I can't tell off the picture. Yeah, it is. Sell off that card right now. Just collecting dust back there as your tight end 3, or sell off Greg Olsen, but I think, Olsen is better than Bennett. When it comes to the wide receiver room, Yaboka, Luther Burden, Gienti, Kurt Benkert, William Perry, and Devin Hester. What would I do here? 1, I'm selling off Bennett. I'm probably selling off Greg Olsen as well. Out of those 3, I think Loveland might actually be the best tight end you have, and he is the lowest overall. Take your bread. It's just not worth having all 3 tight ends like that. Even if you run a 3 tight end stack, I still don't think it's worth it. When it comes to the wide receiver room, you are missing that 1 top tier wide receiver. You can look to pick up maybe a John Ross or a Team of the Year Justin Jefferson. Quarterback, I don't hate Kurt Benkert. There are better options. You could go out there and pick up a Bo Nix, which I would probably recommend. Running back, I like Gienti. I'm assuming you have Tank on him. I really do like the offensive line with Kyle Long and Will Shields, as well as Chris Hinton and Willie Anderson. When it comes to the defense right here for Inception Disc, we got Brian Thomas, Jalen Walker, Brian Urlacher, Isaiah Simmons, Luke Kuechly, Kyle Hamilton, Xavier Watts, Will Johnson, Jalen Johnson, Byron Jones, Michael Williams, Mattabeast, JPP, and Deion Sanders. Free AP on Deion Sanders, you boys know I am going to love to see that. Michael Williams is very good. That is actually my current edge rusher. Byron Jones and Will Johnson make up a very good DB room. I think I will be looking to upgrade though today is going to be picking up that Jalen Ramsey over my Will Johnson. Universal coverage on multiple DBs is just going to be objectively unfair. Middle linebackers, Isaiah Simmons is still very usable. I stopped using him like yesterday, so card is great. It was honestly ahead of his time. When it comes to the safeties, Brian Thomas Jr., Kyle Hamilton, and Xavier Watts, that's just size out there. I would not want to play you. If I had to rate this team 1 through 10, I'm going to give this, honestly, I'm going to give this a 7-9. The offense is really confusing me. Yeah, 7-9. I don't love the offense. You got way too many coins invested into your tight ends. The wide receiver room could use some work, but that defense is top tier. Team's coming in from King Vic right here, and I see a Drake May. This is the first Drake May I have seen all day. Chris hitting goal 99. We got Quentin Nelson, Creed Humphrey, Bill Fralick, and Jordan Mailata. I think this might be a Colts theme team. Vernon Davis and Colston Loveland, John Ross, Emeka Iboka, Aston Jeanty, CJ Spiller, Drake May, like I said, Michael Burt, and Justin Jefferson. What would I do here? I mean, the offensive line has 4 gold 99s on it, so obviously nothing. Tight end room, Vernon Davis and Loveland are top tier. I actually don't think I have any recommendations for you. You got Iboka, you got John Ross, and you got Justin Jefferson. I would not change a soul on there. When it comes to the defense, though, we got Paul Krause, Watts, Walker, Teo, Frank Gore, middle linebacker. Isn't he like an absolute broken looper? I believe that's why people use him. Von Miller, Isaiah Simmons, Pat Tillman, Jalen Ramsey, Byron Jones, Pat Pete. The big 3 when it comes to the DBs. James Pierce Jr., Chris Jones, Kenny Clark, and Michael Williams. I don't think I have anything I would change. I mean, you could go out there and pick up, a Daniil Hunter or a Barno. You have the coins to do it. You are using the combine players, and you could just bump those players down to backups just for the team chems. There are like small upgrades there, but besides that, I really like what I see here. I sell off the Von Miller as well. If I had to give this team a rating, I'm gonna give this a 9.2 out of 10. This is a very good squad right here. If I had to give this team a rating 1 through 10, this is like a 9.7 and 9.9. Anytime you have multiple gold 99s, it's gonna be good. Shout out Vic. This team's coming in from Kaden. Shout out Joe Staley, Joe Thune, Jeff Saturday, Will Shields, Lane Johnson, Travis Kelsey, AJ Brown, Michael Burton, Bo Nix, Judkins, Devin Hester, Xavier Worthy. About 835,000 coins to mess around with. Toss in a backup center first things first. I would sell off AJ Brown, and then I would go pick up Team of the Year Justin Jefferson. I'd probably sell off Travis Kelsey as well and go pick up Kyle Pitts. Other than that, there really isn't too much you can change right here. Coin count is kind of limiting. I haven't seen the defense yet, but I would flip AJ Brown into Team of the Year Justin Jefferson, and I would upgrade Travis Kelsey into Kyle Pitts. I like Xavier Worthy. I do like Devin Hester. I would recommend you finish maxing him off with your season tickets. They can get up to 97 overalls now. When it comes to the defense right here for Kaden, we got Paul Krause, Dalen Walker, Fred Warner, Luke Kuechly, Sean T, Isaiah Simmons, Julius Brents, Will Johnson, James Peters, Dalen Carter, George Karlaftis, and Jalen Watson. The defense right here, you do not have any of the big 3 when it comes to the combine DB, so that would be one of the things I recommend you look into investing into. Of that Isaiah Simmons card, Brian Dawkins is still usable. Paul Krause is very good. You have a lot of Season 6 players out there. I would recommend you focus on maxing like some of them out before you continue working on others. Devin Hester at a 96. You got Paul Krause at a 98. You got Will Shields out there. You got Luke Kuechly. And that's totally fine to use them, but just focus on maxing out a few of them before you kind of spread those tickets around. Other than that, this is a good squad. I'm going to give this one a 7.9 out of 10. This team is coming in from the boy Mutt Fan. I had to get him in this video right here. Mutt Fan, for whatever reason, your screenshot came in super blurry. I don't really know what's going on with that, but let's take a look right here. Trent Williams, Will Shields, Saturday, Kyle Long, Forrest Gregg, Loveland, Pitts, Iboka, Luther Burden, Tavondre Sweat. This guy made me use halfback Tavondre Sweat on stream last night. Don Terry Poe, Kittle, and Deion Sanders. I like the squad right here. A few recommendations would be going to upgrade that wide receiver room with a Ultimate Legends AJ Green or a Team of the Year Justin Jefferson. You seem to be a big fan of that Tavondre Sweat card, so I'm not going to tell you to switch off of him. But like, is that the best running back in the game? Absolutely not. You probably are going to want to upgrade there eventually. George Kittle as your fullback kind of makes no sense, but I'm kind of here for it. When it comes to your defense right here, I also like what I see. We got Ronnie Hickman, Orlin Burks, Ray Nitschke, Brian Urlacher, Isaiah Simmons, Pat Pete, Julius Brents, Deion Sanders, and I can't tell who your corner 4 is. Let's sell off Deion Sanders and go pick up Jalen Ramsey. Defensive line-wise, you can go get the new Chris Jones. I love your edges. Those are 2 of the best edges you could have in the entire game. Safety room is top tier. I'd rate this team 1 through 10. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Thank you, Mutt Fan, for sending in the squad. All right, let's talk about Trey's team right here. We got Jordan Mailata, Joe Thune, Jeff Saturday, Kyle Long, Forrest Gregg, Travis Kelsey, John Ross, Cameron Jordan, Lamar Jackson, CJ Spiller, Emeka Iboka, and Justin Jefferson. Off rip, Trey, I'm going to tell you to sell off Lamar Jackson and go buy Bo Nix. I know you are a Lamar fan. We talked about it on stream last night. I still don't think the card is worth any coins. Well, he is worth coins, just not worth as many coins as he is going for, considering he is selling for the exact same price as Bo Nix. Flip those 2 out. I promise you, you will be able to tell the difference. Travis Kelsey is still a good tight end. But for the price Kyle Pitts is currently going for, I would just flip those two out as well. Rest of your wide receiver room, I do really like. If you want to upgrade your Boca, I would go out there and pick up Ultimate Legend AJ Green. Other than that, though, I do really like your offense with Kyle Long. That is an end game right guard. You have Will Clapp in there as a backup. When it comes to your defense, now, I'm pretty sure you only play offense on MUT Squad, so do you actually want me to rate your defense? Because you have an 88 overall Christian Benford in there. Defense needs a lot of work. If you actually want to upgrade your defense, I would go and just buy all of these Super Bowl champions and just toss them in your team. They're going to cost you a decent amount of coins, but this defense right here, Trey, this is not it. If I had to rate your offense 1 through 10, because I know you only play squads and you only play offense, I'm going to give this a 7-8 out of 10. I don't love the Lamar Jackson, but the rest of the team, this is a very good offense. One more team before we get out of here for the afternoon. We're going to talk about DP's team. Staley, Thuney, Jeff Saturday, Will Shields, Forrest Gregg, Loveland, Devontae Smith, Devin Hester, CJ Spiller, Jalen Hurts, and Devontae Adams. Like the squad right here, I would recommend you upgrade off of Jalen Hurts onto a Bo Nix or a Dontari Poe. Sound like a broken record, I know, but trust me, it will be worth your time. Hester, Devontae Smith, and Devontae Adams are very good wide receivers. Maybe you go out there and pick up one of the 93 overall rookies over Devontae Adams. I actually think they might be better. When it comes to the tight end room, love the Loveland. And you are using by far the two best team captains. You have Will Shields up to a 96. You don't have the tickets right now, but as soon as you do have the tickets, I would upgrade both Devin Hester and Will Shields to a 97 overall. When it comes to your defense, okay, we got Xavier, Watts, Hickman, Walker, Kuechly, Dean, TJ Watt up to a goal of 99, Sean T, Ken Houston, Brian Dawkins, Will Johnson, Champ Bailey, Cameron Jordan, Jalen Carter, James Pierce, Tariq Woolen, and Deion Sanders. You guys can't see Champ Bailey behind my head, but he has 1 AP on him. I would take that 1 AP off of Champ Bailey and get abilities on Ken Houston. Rest of the defense, though, I do like what I see. The coin count, if you want to upgrade your offense, I'd probably recommend that a little bit more. The Neil Hunter as your left end, I'm telling you, you will not go wrong with that. I'd rate this team 1 through 10. I'm going to give this one a 7.6 out of 10. I like what I see here. There are some, obvious rooms for improvement. Could go out there and pick up any of the 3 combined DBs, and I'm telling you, you will be in a better situation than you are today. I mean, besides that, I really like the squad. With that all said, boys, is going to be everything we got today when it comes to rate my team. If I did not get to your team, I am sorry. We will be rating teams all week on stream, so make sure you guys do pop out to that. I'll get you boys back here later tonight with updates on every glitch, but until then, peace, gents. I love you guys, and have a fantastic rest of your day.